All right. So thank you all for joining us today. And today we are here with Omid from Moria Corona Awareness Team. And he's going to talk a little bit about his work. If anyone's got any question, please write them in the chat, or then you can ask them directly later. So can you start by introducing yourself?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for everyone that joining this event. I'm Omid. I'm from Afghanistan, and I'm living with my family in Lesbos from 1.5 years. And I'm leading MCAT from March 2020 that we established MCAT till now. MCAT as or Moria Corona Awareness Team is a self-organized refugees community team that they're working to improve the camp condition and to organize themselves in the environment that they're living as in the camp. So the idea of creating MCAT was something like it has a little bit connection with the COVID, but the majority of the idea came from the people to just prove the world, and especially to the Europe people, that refugees are not lazy. They can organize at least themselves. They also like to be clean. They also like to live normally, and they are normal people. To just change the negative thoughts that was with European people, that refugees cannot do anything. They are always in the need of something, or these things. We just the creation of MCAT is just have a little bit connection with the COVID time, because the time that we start and established MCAT was exactly the time that COVID was start to outbreak in the island. It was a very serious time, the most challenging time for the people that they were living in Moria, in a very overcrowded camp and a very small hotspot. More than 20,000 people were living in very bad living condition, very dirty environment, no access to the living measures. Everything was limited. And the same time, COVID was also treating the people. Some positive tests have been reported from the Greek community, but till that time, COVID was away from the camp, and camp was safe of the COVID. That time was very challenging for the people, because everyone left at the camp, NGOs, organizations, and lockdowns start, and people remained without having source of information, without having awareness, or without any help or any support or everything. So these people, thousands of people, were like forgotten people. It was just everyone left it, and these people left it and by themselves, with very bad condition, with very bad living condition. So the idea was, the thing was that if the COVID get entered to the camp on that time, with nothing, with no facility, with nothing to keep the people safe, it will die. Thousands of people will die, and disaster will happen. So we were just talking with the people to just create a team of educated refugees, that they have a little bit connection with the media, they have connection with the people in the world, to collect the exact information and to deliver it to the people, to just make people aware that what's going on at that time, where we are living, how to deal with this hard situation. On that time, it was very hard to deliver exact measures and information to the people, because COVID was something new, and there was no exact source. There was not granted measures to just deliver it to the people. So we tried as much as possible to just make people aware that we are a very dangerous virus is going to treat us, and if the virus get into the camp, it would be not controllable. It wouldn't be controlled. So we collected some educated refugees. We talked with them. We did lots of discussions, how to reach to the people, how to deliver information and awareness to the people, to make people aware, to just deal with the condition. Finally, we succeeded to collect some people, very less amount of people, like 10 or 12 members. and we were the only the first activity of us were just go and to talk with the people directly, with the people with their own language, that they should know that COVID is treating people, they should be careful, they should stay in the quarantine, they should, for example, keep themselves clean as much as possible according to the situation, according to the ability that they had from the sanitary point. So the first activities were only talking with the people by any possibility, by collecting people and talking, going tent by tent, gathering in some place and talking about the virus and the issue, and to make people aware, not to create fear and scare between the people, only to make them aware that what is going on and you should be aware from the situation. So we started by this. So slowly, we get improved, and lots of attentions absorbed to us, and people contacted to us from all over Europe that we can do we can do these things by ourselves, and this system, I mean the self-mobilization, works very good because people understand to each other, people speak with each other language, and it worked very well. So by some activities like awareness, like the hanging informative posters by different language that people are living there, to just deliver them the measure of the COVID-19 and give them awareness. We were doing these things by support of some local NGOs, Greek NGOs, only to deliver awareness and information to the people to be careful with the COVID-19, to respect the measures. And by start, it was very basic. It was very less things that we were doing because nothing was in our hand. We were alone, but slowly and slowly, when we got some supports, when we got some contacts, we improved these projects of awareness. We took and we absorbed new members, and we improved the amount of our team members. And we had some other projects like waste management and the camp, how to keep the camp clean, how to make the camp clean, and also we started recycling, empty bottles recycling, and also by having support of local NGOs, we started clothes distribution to the people. So all these projects are going on with refugees, with self-mobilization in the camp. That works very well right now. The campus right now clean, and all the thing is going on by the people, locals. I mean, self-organizations are doing cleaning, recycling, distribution, even another self-organized team, Moria White Helmet, fixing the electricity. Lots of electricity problems have been solved by them. So inside a refugee camp in the island right now, everything is managing by self-organizations, by people that they are living in the camp. So it's very important, and it worked very well, and we got lots of success, and people are really happy with this. If people have any problem, if they are in need of something, they are coming to us, they are speaking very with confidence with us, what they are need, how to solve the solution, what is the problem, how can we solve the problems that is challenging the people's life. And still there are too many things that needs to be solved and needs to be fixed regarding people's life in the camp.
All right. Thank you for that, Omid. Can you tell me a little bit about what other residents in the camp think of these initiatives?
Yes, of course. Other residents are really showing really interest to join us, to organize themselves, and also after people understand that this team is also for refugees, they are doing lots of things. So it gives them a very emotional idea that why, for example, I shouldn't be someone to organize myself or my family. or why I shouldn't be someone to prove to the world that I am not useless. I cannot, I can do everything for my life, for myself, and I'm not going to be in the shoulder of someone else to manage me. So people are really happy, and it's very ideal for them, and they are really in interest of joining to us. Every day, tens of people are coming and contacting us from the camp that we have interest to join you. We want to be a member of you in this time. On the other hand, people are really happy from the things that we are doing. For example, their environment is clean right now. For example, they receive something as a reward when they are bringing their empty bottles to us. When they are bringing their empty bottles to our team every day, they are receiving a reward like dry food, like hygiene items. So it covers their needs at least. Because of this, they are very happy. And also from the point of cloth wearing, in this winter, it was very challenging for winter for the people that they were living in the camp, because camp was established very suddenly. Nothing was organized in the camp. When raining was starting, the camp was getting full of water everywhere, and every tent were getting wet, tents were getting flooded. People's clothes were getting wet, and people didn't brought their stuff from Moria because they just escaped from the fire and they saved their life. They just didn't took anything from themselves that they had in their tents. So they didn't have anything. So they were in need of clothes, especially winter wears. And also when we covered this need, people were really happy. And we gave this choice to the people to select what they need according to the size, according to their choice. We are making lists. Still, it's going on, this project. Why they start? We made this system to make a list of the people, their names, their TIN number, their needs, their items that they need, the sizes and everything. And this list we're going to the NGO that they are making bags of the clothes through an online form. The day after, individual bags for the individual persons were coming to the recycling points, and everyone was coming and taking their clothes, and they were very happy. And we just reached to the half number of residents in the camp right now. Hopefully in more 2 months, we will cover all the camp needs from the point of clothes. And after that, we will focus on summer clothes, how to give and cover people's needs from the point of having summer clothes. In the winter, it will be managed very well by help of local NGOs and by help of MCAT. And people are really happy about this.
All right, thank you for that. There is a comment, I just wanted to check. Yeah, there's a question for you. Perhaps we can take the question and then we move over to the camp conditions after. So the comment is saying, thanks a lot for sharing about this great initiative, the right initiative in right time. How is the situation right now? If someone has symptoms, can he, she get tested to see if he is affected with coronavirus?
Thank you for the question. The situation in the camp still is not good. Still, there are lots of challenges right now, especially with the living condition. Still, people are living together, very close to each other in the tents. Two families in one tent share a spot for them. And this is very problematic, especially for the people, for the families that they have big number of members. The health services is very, very limited in the camp right now. Yes, if someone has symptoms, when they go to the clinic, they're checking the symptoms, then they are making a test for the people. If it be positive, they are isolating them inside the camp. But it's very hard to visit a doctor right now because it's very limited NGOs with very limited ability. They are working in the camp, they are giving advice, but it's not enough. For example, if someone needs to visit a doctor, they should go in the midnight to wait in the line, to wait in the queue, because there are too many people always in need of visiting a doctor. They have sicknesses, they have illness and these things. So they should wait in any condition if they be too much sick, if they be not able to stand, or if they be in any condition, they should wait for hours to visit a doctor. So finally, if they go to visit a doctor, the ability of these health devices are very limited. Especially, they don't have medicine right now. They are checking people very basically, and they are giving them only some painkillers and antibiotic, like these things, and they tell people to just this is our limit, and we cannot do anything. If you need to be treated good, you should go to the hospital in the city, and these things. And going to the hospital in the city right now, it's very difficult. First of all, you should have a referral letter from the camp that they are not giving to the people, expected very emergency cases. Second of all, reaching yourself to the hospital is very hard because they are not letting you to go out of the camp. And third, in the hospital, they are not giving you appointment to visit a doctor, because right now they are only focusing in COVID condition, and expecting very emergency condition. You are not able to visit a doctor. Also in the camp as well, in the city, in the hospital city.
All right, so there is two more questions for you. The first one is, which NGOs do you work with? Is there certain NGOs that are especially supporting you?
Thank you. Yes, we are a self-organized team right now. We are not dependent to any NGO or to anything, but the NGOs but the NGOs are helping us. For example, when we see a limit in the camp, for example, when we see that people are in need of something, the contact that we have with the NGOs, we are sending this request to these NGOs, and they are sending it to us, and we are covering the need. Yes, we have support of Greek local NGOs in the island, San Lesbos. We have support of them from the start till now. From last year March till now, they are supporting everything for us. So we have very big support of them right now. The most big support of our team we have right now is from San Lesbos. And beside of San Lesbos, we have some other support of local NGOs.
Yes, and then there is another question as well, and it's saying, thanks a lot, Omid. What role does social media play for your work? The advantages and challenges of social media.
Thank you for you also. Yeah, by the start of our work, we just made our Facebook page to just show to the world that what we are doing. And the social media helped us too much to deliver and to prove to the world that how refugees are organizing themselves. Anytime that we have any activity, we are posting it on social media. The benefit of this is to just make the people aware that we are doing these things in the camp and we are managing ourselves. And the only way to deliver these proofs and these activities or pictures or video, anything, is only social media. And also the other thing that we can know from social media is just to see the idea of people. There are too many people that they like us. For example, they are encouraging us, they are contacting us, they are asking us if we need any help or how can they help us. So this is very important for us, that we are reaching out to the communities or to the peoples especially in Europe. This is the benefit. And also we see too many racist actions from the Europe, from all around the world, that they are against refugees, they don't like refugees. So the idea is that they are not giving any feedback that we are
Omid, we cannot hear you, or at least I can.
And also just to follow up on that, we did have some incidents over winter where we were reading in media and in the news that everyone in the camp had been given heaters. And also another event over autumn where we read that there was no chance for a flood, and yet MCAT were posting all of these pictures of the camp literally being a pool, completely flooded. So that's another thing. Perhaps you can say a little bit more about that.
I'm sorry, but I think we can't hear anything.
Hello, can you? Yeah, it's working right now, I think.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to repeat the last sentences because of the problem. Yes, the social media rule was very good for us, especially with the biggest challenge time that was in the winter. When they started immediately to putting the tents and they put the peoples in the tent, the place that they put it, they placed hundreds of tents. It's not flatted place. It's a place like in the top it's hill, and down they place the tents when the raining is starting. Water was just falling down, and it was covering the tents, and too many tents were getting flooded, and everything was getting wet. So it was very challenging for the people, and we were every day trying to make posts, trying to make pictures, trying to make people's voice to deliver it to the local community, and also to deliver it to the world, that to just absorb the attention of European people and European authorities and the responsible people to just pay attention to find out the solution to start fixing this problem as soon as possible. Yes, we did lots of these things, and unfortunately, recently they were just making a restriction that they made it already, that no one is allowed to take picture or make document from the camp or take video or these things. When someone is doing these things, everywhere is police, and they are checking the phones, and they force you to just delete it or do not post it. And sometimes it goes very worse, that they are doing very bad reaction with the people that they are doing this type of things, that they are taking them to the police and they are doing testimony from them and these things. Yeah, at the end, social media has a very good rule for us. It has a very, it was very beneficial for us, and also for the people in the camp, to just deliver their voice to the authorities and to the responsible people, to the Europeans.
There is another question, which is saying how big is the essence of the awareness team of the group? So I will let Omid answer first, and then our director Michalis answer the question since he is from here.
Yeah, one of the most successful project that is going on from April, I think, last year, is this recycling project, empty bottles recycling project. The idea of this empty bottles recycling came out from refugees, because in Moria, the time that 20,000 people were leaving, Every day there was 3-time food distribution, and everyone was receiving a bottle of water 3 times a day. It means 60,000 empty bottles were treating the environment every day. So before having this project, when you, if you have a walk around the camp in Moria, you will see empty bottles everywhere. So the majority of garbage percentage was these empty bottles. Around 50–60% of the garbage was empty bottles everywhere and made lots of waste. So we created this idea to tell the people that do not throw your empty bottles, keep it and bring it to us every day. We give you a reward to just manage the waste and to manage this very big amount of empty bottles to keep the environment clean, and also to not waste the plastic empty bottles, to send them to the recycling company. So luckily, we find it support of Greek authorities and especially the municipality that they supported, and they were very agree by this project. So by support of Sandami Lesbos that were in contact between us and municipality to just take an agreement to give us the permission of starting this project, and we immediately started. So it went very good. People were very happy, and the camp was just the environment got changed in 1 month. Everywhere was clean. From the one side, another self-organized team, Moria White Helmet, they started to collect the garbage by their hands by a very good way. They were collecting the garbage. People were collecting the empty bottles and bringing it to us. We were sending it to the recycling. So it was a very good start, and it worked very well.
Hello also from me. I'm Michael Ivailodis, standby Lesbos, and I will answer your question about acceptance from locals, from Greek people. I have to say that Greeks are very suspicious. They don't trust NGOs, they don't like the things that, because they have suffered a lot. But when they see a self-organized team of refugees helping also the town, and these teams go out around the camp and collecting trash and cleaning, they like it a lot, and they say good things. For example, we went to the Moria village that suffer a lot with the old camp, and they collect all the trash around and the village, and the leader of the village send a thank you letter to them. This is very important for us. Now, this period, because of Corona time, and we are in the deep red, because we have many cases, we limitate these activities outside the camp because we don't want to spare the Corona. But we have plans, and we are close to the municipality and work together to expand, and any help of municipality needs from us, these teams will go and help to do it. Maybe you could begin.
Sure. Yep. Right. So let's see. There's more questions. You ready? Yes. Is it not helpful for the NGOs such as Doctors Without Borders to cooperate with you to try to organize the tests in better ways?
The Doctors Without Borders, or MSF organization, is a very good and big organization. They are doing lots of good services, especially from the point of health services. But unfortunately, they are not in the camp right now. They are in their previous place. They are close to the old Moria. Still, I don't know the reason why they are not in the camp. But even with not being in the camp, they are in contact with the people every day. They are coming with their van next to the camp, and they are trying somehow to reach out to the people to just give them the appointment, or to just listen them from their problems and the illness and the sickness that they have, and they're giving them appointment, and they're picking up people from the camp entrance to their clinic, and they do whatever they want with the people, and they treat them, and they give them medicine and these things, and bringing them back. But still, MSF didn't start testing up the people. It's just still, this issue is in the hand of IUD, a Greek health organization. They are doing the test. And people are really scaring from giving tests right now. I think it's because of lack of information for the people. For example, when we are in contact with the people every day, when someone has some symptoms of the COVID, like very normal symptoms of a flu, they are scaring to go to a doctor. They are scaring from this, that if maybe they will test us for COVID, and they will isolate us. But the thing is that the bad thing is that when if you have a symptom, anyone have a symptom of the virus, they are putting them in isolation center immediately, and they are making the test after 1 or 2 weeks. This is not very good, and this is the point that people are scaring from this. Still, there is not a very good and proper system of testing people, to not create a scare for the people, and to encourage people to give tests. The system that they are doing right now, it's not a proper system. First, they put the people in isolation center, in a tent. They're not letting the families to visit the family member that's isolated in the isolation center. Maybe their treatment is bad, but at all, people don't like this. If there be a good system to make the test, and after the test to take the decision to put the people in the isolating center or no, because not all the tests are not positive. Yeah, it's very seldom positive cases have been happening in the camp. Right now, there is 0 positive tests in the camp. So still, still there is not a proper system for testing people for COVID.
Okay, so I'm going to mute you, Omid.
The next question is, are people currently able to move in and out of the camp freely? And then you just have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you for the question. From the time that people have been displaced to the new camp, the camp is in lockdown, in a strong lockdown till now. So everyone cannot leave the camp. Expected the people that they can prove the reason that we are there going, and people are able to leave the camp only in very serious issues, like having appointments, like having health issues, like having an asylum interview, like these things. But it's not easy for everyone to get out of the camp. And still this is going on, and the camp is closed, not completely closed. It's next to be closed.
Okay. So does anyone else have any questions? You can perhaps just raise your hand or write something in the chat. Granted, I don't see all of the images. But that means that the asylum processes are going on.
Yeah, the asylum process is going on. Yeah, the asylum process is going on because after having fire in Moria, they decided, the authorities of Migration Ministry, they decided to speed up the asylum process. Even in the strong lockdown, still it's going on, and still they are making asylum. Still they are doing asylum process, and people are still able to apply for asylum, to give interview, and to have the interview decisions. But there are also some limits in the migration system, that they are only doing asylum interviews, they are only doing registration for the new people, but the other things like applying for the ID card, like applying for other things or other process of asylum, it's suspended. And they are doing only 2-3 things. That it's because of COVID right now, and there is big restriction in the immigration offices. If anyone have to do anything with the immigration offices, they have to take online appointment from before and then go there and do these things. And also if it be something that they want to do, if they don't want to do, they are not giving you time.
The next question is, how was the visit from the EU delegation recently?
Recently, a very famous, very big politician visited the camp. But the visit that she did was very, from before coming, people were really hopeful for this, and people were really waiting that positive changes are going to come, because this big politician is coming and seeing with people's living condition from close distance, and he's coming inside the people. We were very hopeful. People were really hopeful, and people were really happy that something positive is going to be happen soon. But after having this visit, the outcome was not very interested for the people, because she just came and visited the camp, and she just left it very shortly. She came by a helicopter in the top of the hill, and she just took a car and got out of the camp. It was not the time that journalists were entered the camp. They changed the time, they changed their schedule. So after leaving the camp, we just followed the news and the process of the visiting that she did in the island. The thing and the decision that they took after the visit was not very interesting for the people, because they just pushed the system to send back people to the Turkey. And also they agreed on the decision of making permanent camps for the people in Chios and Lesbos. That people are not very happy for this, because the most thing that people want right now is just to get rid of living in a camp, living in a camp structure right now, because it's very hard for someone to live for a long time, 2-3 years in a camp in very bad condition, and suffer every time. Of course, it affects people's health. It affects, it has very bad impact for the mental health of the people, as right now there are too many mental health issues in the camp. So the visit that she did was not something to solve the problem that refugees have right now. However, while that this visit was welcomed by the people, very good, because people wanted good change. And in some moments it got a little bit like demonstrated. People had lots of things to tell, but she even didn't came out to talk with someone. So we were very hopeful for this, but at the end, the decision that they made was not something to be for the benefit of the people.
So the next question is,
are any criminal networks exploiting the situation
for the people in the camp?
maybe with false promises, but leaving the camp or anything connected to availability of tests? You choose yourself what if you want to answer it or not.
I'm not sure if I got the question correctly. There are not criminal groups living between the people right now. And before in Moria, because it was a very uncontrollable camp, there was. But in the new camp is fully, completely controlled by security. There are too many policies, and there are not there are not group of criminals or these things. People are living in very confident, with very confident and very good condition from the point of security. But before it was. So I don't think that these things be connected with the criminal things at all.
How do you manage to post videos when police tries to prevent this?
Every time we are suffering from this issue. For example, when we post something, police is immediately contacting us, camp management is contacting us and asking us that why you were posting these things. So we are still fighting. This is the truth. We are not posting anything lie or anything wrong. The pictures or the videos are just from the camp, from the people's living condition. And it's not only us. There are too many refugees that they're living in the camp. They want to deliver their voice. They want to share the condition that they are fighting with right now. But also the videos that we are posting, it depends to the issue, what it is. When we are posting something from the living condition, from the problems, from the difficulties that people are facing, it's a bit problematic for us that everyone is just asking us that why you are trying to introduce or trying to share the condition to the people that we are not doing anything, or camp management is not doing anything. You see that we are working hard, this and that, blah, blah. But when we are posting the videos or the documents from our activities, it's okay for them. Maybe some of them don't like the refugees to work or to improve themselves, but they are not telling anything about these things. But yes, from the point of posting videos from the living condition, it's a bit challenge for us. We are doing it a little bit carefully right now, because we scared that maybe someone ask us that this is restricted, you cannot do this, this is illegal, and these things. But at all, if they don't want people to make pictures or to share it, it's a human rights violation. They are violating people's rights. Yeah, everyone have the right, I think, to share the problem that they are living in there. However, there are too much money they have, and they don't want to improve living condition of the people. So this is not illegal to take a picture and to post it to the social media that we are struggling with this type of problem. Who is responsible? Please help us, or to solve, or to find issue, or to find solution for this.
The next question states, Ramadan is coming. Is there special activities arranged for the people who do Ramadan? Is the food distribution taking people in Ramadan into account?
Still, we didn't see any change to be depend on the Ramadan that's coming. But yes, of course, there are too many Muslim people are living from the different communities, from the different nationalities in the camp, and they need some change in the food distribution and their food and their eating system. But still, we didn't saw any change to be placed regarding the issue. But some NGOs that they have some activities in the camp, the contact that we have with them, they're telling us that we are going to make a iftari place. Iftari is the time that it's getting evening, and the people that they have fast, they are breaking their fast. So nothing is going to be organized specifically for Ramadan from authorities side, from camp management side. But I'm sure that self-organization will do something about this, and also community people will fix some plan or something for themselves to pass the Ramadan and to take fast.
Is there anyone else that has any questions?
I think you were muted.
There's no more questions in the chat right now. Another question that we got in a bit earlier is, can you explain the main differences between the old Moria that burned down and now the new camp? What is better and what's gotten worse?
I think a refugee camp is a refugee camp, and everyone know about a refugee camp condition all around the world. That especially in the Greek island, how a camp condition is. But there are some differences, of course, between the new camp and old Moria. Old Moria was very, very bad place for everyone. Everyone cannot even forget any memory that they have there. That was very, very problematic place for everyone, especially for the women and children. It was very bad. Especially from the point of security, old Moria was very unsecure place for anyone. There were too many issues like fighting between the people, between the gangsters, between group of mafia people that they were treating people, especially women and children, were very scary from that condition. But the new camp is a quite controlled place from the point of security. This camp has only one entrance and one exit. Everyone that they are going out, police is asking from them, where are you going? Or they're controlling the people, and also when the people are getting in the camp after leaving the camp, all of them are controlling by the police. And all of them are checking by the police that what they brought with themselves, their bags, their pockets, everything is checking. And also inside the camp, there are several police patrols everywhere that they are preventing any incident that's treating people. It's very good for the people, and people feel themselves safe. From this point, it's very good for the people, and people are really happy. This is the most big change between the old camp and the new camp. But other things from the living condition, if we compare, nothing is comparable. Everything is the same still. Still people are living in the tents. Still winter condition is challenging people. Still people are in need of food. Still there are not proper food for the people. Still there is a lack of water, lack of shower, especially for this winter. It was very difficult for the people to get shower, especially for the women. And also health advice is very limited right now. There is no school for the children. There is nothing for the people to be busy during the day. And also the campus closed. There are too many people that they got mental because of being in the camp too much time in an environment that you hated and you forced to live on it. It makes you very very sad, and day by day it gets serious and people get mental. So only from the point of security, new camp is good, but everything is the same. Like as I said in the start, a camp is a camp. Everyone know how it is, especially in the Greek islands.
All right, Eva Maria, you had a question. So you can unmute yourself.
Mute. So, okay. There is a link in your, sorry, there is a post in your group that basically talks about how even if some European countries want to help, the refugees still stay like a gray mass of helpless people in the dirt that one should help, and they're not taken seriously as people who can think, who can organize, who can do good things, who can be a good thing for us. If you come to our countries, we can work together beautifully, because you are really people with great knowledge and abilities. So I'm sure you were hoping when Ylva Johansson was coming that she would see that and then understand that you are develop people that we can talk to, work together with. So I already wrote you that we try, even if we're a very small group, we try to do some of this work by posting regularly about your work, but also about individuals. There is, if we talk about refugees, we always have this gray mass of individuals, and it makes people scared. And I think it's very important that they get to know people like you, Omid, but also I think there are many people in the camp who are educated, who are doing great work. And if it's not too dangerous for you, we would like to make like posts about individual people in the camp. So my question is if that's possible or if it's too dangerous for them.
Thank you, Eva. I think if we do this and if we be in contact to share these individual things through to you, so at all the things, the materials will be sent by us, by refugees from the camp. So I think this is not going to be safe for us. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
I don't want these things to be problematic for the people instead of helping them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we can help someone, if we cannot help someone, at least we shouldn't make problem for someone.
Exactly.
So yeah, according to the restriction, I think it's going to be problematic. But if you share anything and you keep as anonymous and you don't share the source from where you got these things, it's okay. We can do this.
Mm-hmm. I think it always when people have like now people who see you speaking, who see you as an individual person, it always very convincing, really showing that something great is happening. And if you have, well, you can also write to me later if you have any idea how we can do something like this, even if we tell a story of a person but change the name. So the story is there and we say for safety reasons we change the name, even like that. It would be the same thing, would be good. But we can just stay in contact, and you just always, and when we want to post something, I send it to you before, so you look over and say if it's safe or not. We can just arrange like that. Oh, I don't hear.
Yeah, thank you, Eva. I have your contact from before we are in contact. We will stay in contact and we will talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you.
There is another question. Going back to the acceptance of the awareness team from the Greeks, do they respect you?
Yes, of course. When they understood and we proved that we are our works and our idea and our goal is to save the people's life, of course they accept and they respect. When we were doing some awareness activities in Moria, first we were going to the camp management to just take a permission to just make them aware that we are doing this, and they were very happy for this, because the only source that were giving people information and making awareness in the camp on that time were only us, and they were very happy for this, and sometimes even they were helping us. They were really happy, yeah. From the awareness also that we did in the new camp, they were very happy. Still our posters are everywhere, and they are happy for this. Of course, the idea is to save and to keep people's life secure, to keep the people's safe of COVID, at least, to make them aware. So this is the idea. This is something that they like, of course.
I will bounce. Does anyone else have a question? I'm now in the speaker view, so I can actually see you if you raise your hand this time. Yeah, go ahead, Sigrid. You can just unmute yourself and ask.
Yes, I wanted to add something what Eva Maria just said. I think it is very helpful when you're able to tell your individual stories. There has a book come out by Melita Šunjic. She was a speaker for the UNHCR, and she made stories out of 2,000 interviews she had with refugees about just what they went through, why they left, and what they hoped for their lives. And this is so effective, it changes everything. So I think Eva Maria is very right. You have to individualize all these problems. And I always, I admire your work, and I'm very happy that you remind us that you exist, that we don't just forget that these conditions are part of Europe, which I just can't believe that it is true. And I always try to share it and so, but then I always think, it's great to see you work, how you teach the children, how you do your plastic bottle exchange project. That's just so very good. But at the same time, I would like to know who you are. And of course, it's maybe too dangerous, not safe for you to post, but if we could find a way where you could not just post your activities, but also just the stories and thoughts, so that would be another kind of communication.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for your ideas. Yes, of course, it will be very beneficial for the people and also for the condition and also for the European people to know and to believe that it's existed at least. Yeah, we will focus on it. We will focus on it, of course. Thank you.
All right, so we are running out of time. Any last questions? There is one question in the chat is saying, yesterday there was a kids demonstration inside. What was their request? Do you know?
Usually what kids want in the camp, they want education. They want to study. The only thing that's missing right now for the children's and also for the people, for the elders in the camp, it's education. There's no education. There are several informal education by the refugees, by self-organizations, with very basic availability, with very basic stuff and the things that they have. Yes, the only thing that they want is it's education and to be busy, to not get mental. You cannot keep a child inside a tent all the day. Yeah, it's very annoying for them. So if they go out, the environment is not good for them. Especially when it's rainy, everywhere is full of water. They are making themselves dirty. Maybe they get in touch with the people. So everyone is wondering about their children's living. So it can affect on their future life. For example, if they are in the age of to be study, instead of this, they are in the camp only passing their time. Yeah, it's going to be late for them to be educated as much as they needed. So yes, they want education, they want studying. Yeah, and also the most important thing that right now we are focusing on it is that to just establish informal education inside the camp as much as we can do, as much as we are able to do. So we are focusing on it. Hopefully, next weeks we will have a new education structure in the camp. It's not a formal structure. It's going to be something that's made by refugees with help of Stand-by Lesbos. Hopefully we will start this, and I'm sure that too many children and women and people will interest them to come. We hope to arrange it in a very good way and to improve it.
All right, so we have reached 1 o'clock. I will make room for one final question. If there is no more questions, then we will end it. If there is one more question, then we will keep it before we end. It's looking good. Okay, thank you so much for joining us today, Omid. If anyone has any feedback on this Zoom of what you enjoyed and what you would like us to speak more about or perhaps less about, then let us know. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday morning. For Omid.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this event, and I hope it happened more in the future, and we are very hopeful for sharing the ideas and for sharing the things and the reality of the island and the people's living condition. And see you soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye.